This is the ultimate camera shootout of Pixel 7 Pro versus Samsung Galaxy S22. Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. Welcome back to Gadget Rev Now. Today we are comparing two of the most popular Android phones outside Xiaomi and Huawei and asking ourselves, who is the next Android camera smartphone king? On our previous comparison versus iPhone 14 Pro, the Pixel 7 Pro proves to be better in low light and portrait mode, but how about comparing it to one of the best all-around camera phone this year? Both of these phones has triple camera setup and the main sensors has the same 50 megapixel, although Pixel 7 Pro has a bigger 1/1.31 and the telephoto boasts 48 megapixel sensor. A difference of 8 months for both phones. Let the battle begin. This is the audio test of Pixel 7 Pro versus Samsung Galaxy S22, both in 4K 30fps selfie video recording. Speech enhancement is on for Pixel 7 Pro. We're here outside near the road, so you can hear all the background noise. Check 1 2 3, check 1 2 3. This is the audio that's coming out of Pixel 7 Pro. And check 1 2 3, check 1 2 3. This is the audio that's coming out of Samsung Galaxy S22. On our first test, the audio, it's an easy call for me. I think everyone will agree that my voice is better on Pixel 7 Pro. It also cleans up the background noise better, so Google Pixel 7 Pro wins this category. Next is cinematic mode, and I feel like Google needs to work on edge detection and face recognition on this mode. Sometimes it is soft and even blurs my face. Well, for Samsung Galaxy S22, they have the portrait video for quite a while now, so it has better focus, edge detection, and sharpness. Next is color profile and saturation, and you cannot go wrong with any of these phones, but I think you will buy based from the characteristic of the images. Samsung Galaxy S22 is more saturated, the blues, the greens, and the reds. Like almost everything pops out. It's a typical Samsung colors. They are closely similar to what Apple iPhone produces. It also has a warmer white balance. Pixel 7 Pro is natural looking, and the exposure is well balanced like an HDR shot. It also has a cooler white balance. It dominates the yellow, and you can see that it's almost as colorful as S22 in some shots where there is yellow. Checking all three lenses, everything is good. Nothing creates a crazy different looking photos. Some might prefer a more saturated look, others look natural. This is a tie for me. Next is 4K 30fps video recording, and standard stabilization is applied on Pixel 7 Pro. Stabilization is great and it's even greater on active mode, but that can only shoot 1080p. While for S22, my skin tone is definitely warmer. The colors are more toned down, like the sky and the greens. It also has great stabilization like the Pixel 7 Pro. Next, I'm checking all three lenses for flaring, and Pixel 7 Pro has this pinkish flare, while you have the more distinct rays on S22, sometimes covering the images. It's a little distracting. For other lenses, it is almost the same. Next is 4K 30fps using the ultra-wide lens, and Pixel 7 Pro has great wide look. I just noticed focus hunting when I'm marking my video test earlier. The colors are punchy and the sky is well defined. While on Samsung Galaxy S22, nothing to complain about. Again, the colors are more toned down, but the stabilization look and feels the same. Next, we're checking the highlights, and if we zoom in outside the window, you will see more details on Pixel 7 Pro, like the trees and the siding of the house. S22 isn't bad at all, but for the sake of this comparison, Pixel 7 Pro is better. Our next test is exposure and noise, and as you can see, S22 exposes the floors better, but it is noisier compared to Pixel 7 Pro. Next is 4K 30fps using the optical zoom lens, and Pixel 7 Pro has 5 times optical zoom compared to S22's 3 times optical zoom. Both has decent stabilization. Next is the slow motion test, and this is the regular speed. This is a slow motion or 1/4. S22 is slower. And this is the super slow motion or 1.8, and again, S22 wins this category. Next, we're testing the sharpness, and Pixel 7 Pro really impresses me. All throughout the three lenses, it is sharp, but S22's ultra-wide lens is not as sharp as Pixel 7 Pro. Next is close focus, and Pixel 7 Pro has macro mode, while this is the closest you can do for S22. Next is details, and I will be forgiving because I know that S22 is notorious of cleaning up the noise. It has the same 50 megapixel resolution. While checking the images, the Pixel 7 Pro has more details, but I think they have the same details, maybe because the exposure is a little different on this shot too. Next is selfie video recording, 4K at 30 FPS, and tendencies, right? Pixel 7 Pro is more saturated and has better contrast. While the colors on S22 is natural looking and my skin tone is almost the same compared to Pixel 7 Pro, hard to notice the difference. The level of sharpness for both phones are the same too. Checking portrait mode, Samsung S22 has a wider field of view, and I noticed a bit of change on how Pixel 7 Pro handles portrait shot. The edges are softer now compared to the previous generation. Like on Samsung Galaxy S22, it looks like a software manipulation. It's like cutting out the subject. In terms of portrait with human subject, the skin tone on Pixel 7 Pro is natural looking. It has more details too. S22 has beautification going on, it smoothens the face, and it is also warmer. I personally like the Pixel 7 Pro's image in a more controlled environment. I think it nails the shot every time, while S22 sometimes is dull and yellowish. Selfie is the same, Pixel 7 Pro is reddish, while S22 is brighter and warmer. I still prefer the look of Pixel 7 Pro. Night shot is probably the shocker for me. I always think that a newer phone would produce better low-light performance. You can zoom this in on a bigger screen. S22 has better colors, better exposure like the fence here, and the trees here, and sharper when we zoom in. I guess Pixel 7 Pro wants to maintain the natural look, but it is dull and washed out compared to Samsung Galaxy S22. Next is low-light video, and Pixel 7 Pro has more contrast but darker. While S22, although a little bit washed out, is better exposed, I think I would prefer better exposure since this is an extreme dark conditions. Same story on the rear camera, brighter low-light video on S22. I've been thinking what Google is trying to achieve here, maybe sacrificing the exposure for better quality video like you see on proper camera, better contrast, information, and more details. But maybe. And lastly, versatility. Both has wide, ultra-wide. Pixel 7 Pro has 5x telephoto and has macro mode, so Pixel 7 Pro wins this category. So what is Gadget Rev Now's verdict? Pixel 7 Pro or Samsung Galaxy S22? 8 months difference, but there are so much similarities on both phones. Let's do a recap. The newest Pixel 7 Pro has better audio, natural looking colors, manages the noise better, cooler white balance, manages the flaring better, manages the highlights better, 5x optical zoom, sharper ultra-wide lens, and better portrait shots. While Samsung Galaxy S22 has better cinematic mode, more saturated colors, warmer white balance, better exposure, better slow motion, better autofocus on videos, wider field of view in portrait mode, better night shots, and brighter low-light videos. This is the ultimate shootout of these two phones. The Google Pixel 7 Pro is the newer phone. It has great design, it offers a new generation tensor chip that promises less buggy performance and a price to match the most expensive competitors. I guess coming into this comparison, I was expecting more great things from Pixel 7 Pro, but I guess the camera advancement is plateauing a little bit, just few upgrades here and there. I still think that Pixel 7 Pro is an upgrade of last year's Pixel 6 Pro when it comes to video. While Samsung Galaxy S22 coming in with few software updates now after 8 months is expected to be a more polished camera phone, let's say it is on its peak. It has a great looking full HD portrait video, slow motion, and better low-light performance. If we are not considering the age and the price, it is still one of the best camera phones this year. It can go toe-to-toe with iPhone 14 Pro and Pixel 7 Pro. Well done. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll continue to compare these two phones in our channel, so stay tuned. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.